Good morning. It is me again. It is 5:49 Central Standard Time. I'm in Oklahoma, and I had difficulty falling asleep last night. Probably from about 11 o'clock. My heart rate right now is maybe, no, it's about the same. It's probably been at around 150 beats per minute since 11 o'clock. And yeah, that's just kind of where it stayed. So obviously this channel is about me and my PTSD and how I cope with it. Well, hi, good morning. And I have kids. What's wrong? You want to go lay down on the couch? You want to go lay down on the couch?
I want to play Fortnite.
Okay, in a little bit. Go lay down on the couch right now, okay?
Mama, stay with here.
But mommy's recording a video, so can you go lay down on the couch? Go. Go. Apparently waking up at 5 a.m. is not early enough to get alone time. Hi. You can stay. You guys excuse how my baby looks. She's a cutie, but we get a little rough at night because we don't like to cover up our hair. Anyways, so this whole channel is about my PTSD journey and getting from fight or flight all the time to calm and analyzing emotions and being able to understand what I feel and why, and then really applying CBT techniques, which is cognitive behavioral therapy, which is more or less changing my negative, irrational thoughts into positive ones, replacing the negative with the positive, if indeed the situation allows me to do so, meaning I'm not telling myself things are okay when they're not okay, or that I'm safe and can trust when that's not the case, but really being honest with myself. I have realized when I become triggered, the best thing for me to do is to take significant amount of space, because I will lash out. It does not matter how much control I think I have over my emotions. With enough time, in the absence of solitude, I will lash out. Even at my kids, if they pester me too much, I will scream at them. I will scream at them and tell them to go. What I try to do with them is I will tell them very honestly, mommy's having a rough time right now and I need you to be quiet for me, or I'm gonna go to my room. And with my boyfriend, I just take space, because until I'm calm, I can't handle, I can't see him well. I can't see him through my calm, rational self versus this fight or flight mode. So when I become triggered, I recognize now that I definitely go into fight or flight. I get stuck there and I don't see the world clearly. So if you've ever been threatened, just in general, you got into a fight in school or you were ever bullied, you recognize what it's like to switch into that other side. Probably the same as if you're performing, there's just this other side of you that comes out. Like if you're singing in public or if you're dancing in public, there's just a confidence that comes out based on adrenaline. So with PTSD, it's definitely adrenaline based, but there's cortisol too, because there's a lot of stress. And that person that comes out is not nice and not trusting and does not see the world the same. And I don't think the person needs to exist anymore. I mean, previously when I was a child being abused at home, it was necessary. I didn't have it then. I was light and quiet more than I was fight. In my marriage, I didn't start off that way, but I developed those skills and then slowly the strength to walk away and figure out what was best for me. So I'm working on now having those responses now, while at the same time still being fair to myself, still recognizing what's fair for me, asking for what I need, and then having grace to forgive. So, I mean, in moments of anger and in moments of frustration, we do things to hurt other people. And sometimes they say sorry, and sometimes they recognize why it was hurtful and why those words, you know, would spark fear or insecurity or doubt. And other times we don't. And either way, the forgiveness has to happen. So I think I've done enough spiritual growth that I can forgive people. almost too much so, because I've been able to forgive my father, and I've been able to forgive my ex-husband. But where I struggle is speaking up on how I actually feel. Like, hey, when you did this, it made me feel worried, or it made me feel insecure, or it made me feel threatened, or it made me feel less than. And sometimes I've already said it, or we've already had that conversation, whether it's with friends, whether it's with my boyfriend. I don't have that kind of communication with my mother, and my brother and I just talk very directly. I do talk like that with my kids too. So sometimes when we have those conversations, or as I'm calming down, I have to recognize I've already had those conversations in my head. That the things that I'm thinking, the things that I'm feeling, the worry, the insecurity, the doubt, it's already been had. I've already had it. I've already been reassured, and all I need to do now is reassure myself. So that's what I'm doing this morning. I, as always, have my journal. I don't process things well if I don't write them. If I write them, I do really well. I do really well at being methodical, at being able to analyze my thoughts, at being not always concise, but pretty clear and pretty articulate. Some people I know will write down negativity and they'll burn up their thoughts, release it, and they won't reread it. That's not really what I do. I will go back and reread it, maybe the next day, to kind of analyze where I'm at, and I'll continue to do so. I'll continue to read it until I make peace. And I've accepted at this point that as I learn these skills, I have to be patient with myself. That today, right now, I don't feel good. I didn't feel good last night, but I feel better this morning than I did last night. Last night I couldn't fall asleep. I probably slept about 4 hours, and my feelings were just hurt. But this morning I feel okay. I woke up, I brushed my teeth, I put on my lotion for my face and my skincare, my hair care, put on some clothes that I like. My kids are here and they're hugging me with their little cutie patootie selves. I'm gonna write. I'm gonna do my yoga. I don't know if I'll work out today because there's an ice storm, but probably something at home. But I'm just gonna take care of me. I'm just gonna take care of me and really just pamper myself. I mean, I have always thought of self-care as this thing that I do consistently, which I do, but I've never used it to be something that I apply to myself when I'm hurt. It's never been something I apply to myself when I feel not good. Typically when I don't feel good, like I mentioned previously, just run from those feelings, or masked them or covered them with anything. It really didn't matter, but I didn't sit with them. So I am being kind to myself as I sit with them. I'm not honestly very confrontational unless I need to be. So I doubt that the feelings I'm having, I doubt that I'll speak on them. I'll probably process them within myself and just move on. If I come to something that I feel like, I should probably speak on this, I will, but that's hard for me. As a person who hasn't had a voice, it's hard for me to recognize like what's worth speaking about, what needs to be acknowledged and what doesn't. We'll see. There will probably be, I said I probably won't speak on it, but like the truth is that I'm hurt, and sometimes when we're hurt, we need to have conversation with the people who hurt us in a way that's empathetic and where they just are kind to us and they just give us love. I have been horrible at doing that because I've been in fight or flight, so I have not been the one to be able to do that. But I have really good friends in my life that do that for me. Really, and my boyfriend has shown me that a lot too. So I think today is gonna be a better day. I don't know that I'll be back to myself today. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow. I don't know if it'll be this weekend. I'm not sure when it'll be. And I also tend to hide. When I don't feel good, I don't want to go back, I've realized. So I have to resist the urge to just shut off and just totally self-isolate, because I could do that. I mean, I genuinely, I have enough maybe self-absorption. I don't know. I could just sit here and do what I wanted to do and work out and read and work and just avoid pain. But I know that that's not healthy. A former coworker made a comment on LinkedIn that I really liked, and it resonated with me. And it said, the place where we grow is not where we avoid triggers, but where we face them head on and we learn the skills to cope. And it was very timely that she said that. It wasn't directed towards me, but it definitely spoke to me. So I'm working on being a better person, working on acknowledging all the growth that I've had, all the changes, and not stopping for myself first, and for those I love second. But yeah, thank you for listening to me and sitting here with my sweet little sugar babies. Oh, she's gonna want to eat cereal, so let me go get her some food. Bye. Come here, baby girl. Oh.